Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm so excited about being here and what we have on this table today with me. And you're so lucky if you happen to be watching us on Facebook today, because you can actually see what we have in here. I have with me Daniel Bauman, and he is the owner of White Wolf Black Bear Integrative Healing. I want you to tell everybody about a little bit about yourself, what you do, and what you have here. He is a shaman, which I absolutely love that I am sitting here, and you've been here so many times. And before you came on, one of the things that you said is we, meaning people like you, are changing the face of modern medicine. Listen up, everyone, because you truly are.
Absolutely. I'm not one of these people that is always dogging the medical community. Yes, there is some improvement needed, but I work with the medical community. I work at Banner Baywood Medical Center in Mesa and Banner Heart Hospitals in Mesa. I offer Reiki treatments to patients and staff, and we are changing the face of modern medicine, and it needs to change. And moving forward, it's going to be a combination of Western medicine, Eastern medicine, Chinese medicine, and there's an ancient medical practice out of India called Ayurvedic medicine. And they've been doing it for 4,000 years, so there must be something.
Something must be doing right with that.
Right. And healers like myself, we all need to be working together.
Yeah, and I think more than ever, the people that it used to be divided.
Yes.
You either wanted one way or the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of these people out there that are not getting better, they keep on going to the doctor after one doctor, another doctor, and they're still not getting the answers they need to be better. And people like you that can actually help.
Well, see, our doctors, God bless them, but they are trained in a finite manner. They aren't trained how to be well and stay well, and they're trained to address just the physical body. But we have an emotional body, a mental body, a spiritual body, as well as a physical body. And say if our emotional body is traumatized, this is going to manifest in our physical body. And many people are sick because of emotional trauma they're carrying around. And what our doctors are going to do, they're going to address the symptom, but never the root cause. Mm-hmm. And so we have to get there and find the root cause, what's going on. And then the symptoms will go away once we heal that.
You have some little treats that you got there sitting on the table here. It's awesome. Tell everybody a little bit about what you do when you are working with people and the things that you use.
Okay, I call it my shamanic healing sessions. And some of the tools I use when I'm working, this is some white sage, we smudge, this is my smudge fan, and I use sound therapy tools and frequency healing tools, and these are remarkable. This bell, a friend of mine brought this back from Singapore Indonesia, and just feel good,
Yeah.
It calms you down.
You said something earlier that was wonderful.
Better than a Quaalude.
Is what you said.
And these are my tuning forks. These are frequency healing tools. And when we think of tuning forks, we think of, sound and music, but these are called auto tuning forks, and it's not about the sound. It's about the vibration, the frequency. And we do that, and we put it on a part of the body, and it just relaxes the part of the body so quickly and so thoroughly because it resonates
throughout
with your bones.
It's awesome.
And people love that. And
I have to say something real quick, because you talk about your smudge fan, and you say it so quickly, but I want you to talk a little bit about what the feathers are, why you like those feathers, if it's okay with you, because it's not just a fan.
No, I've been working on this for years and years and years, and every so often I add to it, take from it, and these feathers are my totem feathers. Okay, of my animal totems. And totems are like guardian angels, in Christianity. We just call them totems. In Native American medicine and culture. And this crystal here, this is what's called a laser pointer, and I use this for psychic surgery. I can go in your head or your body and change things around.
Wow.
And this is a piece of amber. Amber's a nice calming stone. During the sessions, we want people calm and quiet and meditating, healing. And this is called hematite, this crystal. And hematite, it is a quartz, part of the quartz family, but it amplifies everything else that's going on.
So another thing that we wanted to talk a little bit about, you mentioned how you work in the hospital and Reiki, what that is all about, because it is something that people have to experience.
Absolutely. Reiki is a powerful, powerful healing tool, and all it is energy. And the way the process works, Carol, is the energy will move through the body of the practitioner, then out his or her hands, and then into the body of the patient or client. Now, this energy, when it comes into your body, it relaxes the body to the point of facilitating the healing process. And what it does is it kicks in the body's self-healing mechanisms, so they're working optimally. When our bodies experience any sort of healing, it's the body that heals itself each and every time. You know, we can facilitate that process, medicine, therapy, what have you, but it's the body that does the heavy lifting. And in order for the body to heal, the body has to be in a state of rest.
You gotta check him out. It's whitewolfblackbear.com. His phone number is 602-400-9103. Now, when people come to you, you are gonna have a shamanic healing treatment session, okay? I want them to kind of hear, figure out what that is like when you come in, because you gotta sit down, you gotta talk to them, you gotta get to know them a little bit, what's going on with them.
Absolutely.
And tell me a little bit about what that looks like.
Well, the entire process starts on the phone. I don't meet with anybody in person until I speak with them on the phone and see what's going on and make sure it's a good fit. And the way the session works, the shamanic role in traditional culture, we're the healers for the community, we're the spiritual leaders, but also we acted as day-to-day counselors. So people come in and talk and vent, and we talk for quite a bit. Some people talk for 10 minutes, some people talk for an hour. We have to see what's going on. And sometimes the people that come, they don't know exactly what's going on. But through talking, we can find it.
Yeah.
When we're done talking, we pick a topic to focus the healing ceremony on. And then we go in the healing room and do the ceremony.
And today we wanted to talk a little bit about, get the word out of my, demons, okay, and the voices that are in people's heads.
Well, Carol, people come to me that are very sick. They've gone to the doctors, specialists, they can't figure it out, and they come to me, and I do. And one of the things that are making people sick today, and have been forever, is they're under the attack by demons. And I know how that sounds. That sounds wackadoodle, but it's true. Demons are real. There is good, there is evil. And these things, there's demonic attack, demonic influence, and demonic possession. The influences, they get in us, get in our heads. They put thoughts in our head that we believe are our own, but they're always harmful. They can make us sad. They can make us tired. They can make us suicidal. And the attack, they can push us, trip us, push us down the stairs, and they can make us violently ill forever. And the doctors are never going to be able to figure that out.
No.
Pinpoint that. And the possession, it happens much more than people realize. Did you ever lose your temper?
Yeah.
That's a possession. It is. We all know that guy that when he's sober, wonderful man, after a certain amount of alcohol, he turns into a monster. That is a demonic possession.
There's a lot of different people out there that deal with this, don't realize what it is even, and it's scary.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's you, maybe you know somebody, maybe it's your son, your daughter, someone that you love, that they tell you these things, and you're like, that guy is just really weird, off the wall.
So what's so sad is that many people suffer in silence.
Yeah.
Because they know what they're going to be met with. Nobody wants to be called crazy. And when something is attacking you and you're in distress and scared, and in a corner, you need help, not to be laughed at or blown off.
And
I believe you.
Actually, you also need to be able to talk and have somebody, like you said, believe in you.
Yeah.
His number is 602-400-9103. Check him out. It's whitewolfblackbear.com. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute.
Bam. I love doing this.
Thank you.
It is so much fun.
Thank you. Now, I want to keep on talking to you because we are still live on Facebook. A lot of people will think that because of what this is, there are more women that resonate with it. What do you feel in your practice? What do you have more men sometimes, or what's it like?
No, there are more women, but not many. Not many. People are much more open today. I think 2020 opened up a lot of people to explore options. Because a lot of people, there weren't many options before. And I think people have always been open to options, but we're told by the authorities that's bad, that's wrong. Listen to your gut. Today, people have to take responsibility for their health. And if your doctor's giving you a diagnosis that feels wrong, it probably is wrong.
Yeah.
You have to listen to your gut and do your own due diligence.
Well, when you hear something like that in your head,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going on.
Oh, those voices?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be very frightening at first for people.
Well, first
Especially
people,
if it's something scary.
well, people believe it's their voice, like they're talking to themselves.
Mm.
And we all have that inner voice. And on top of that, we have our guardian angels around influencing us. But if it's something negative, a negative thought, I can't do that, I shouldn't do that, I'm a bad person, whatever. It's demonic in nature.
Right, and it happens so often
All
because
the
we
time.
have the yin and the yang going on with us at all times.
Yes.
And, but sometimes I think that it can be where it gets, like you said, even somebody can become suicidal.
Oh, absolutely.
That is the
absolutely.
scariest thing.
Getting that dark place. I mean, I've been there. I know what that is like, and it is scary. And you keep repeating the thought over and over again, and it just puts fuel in that fire. You go
Right.
deeper and deeper into depression.
You mentioned how there's people who, let's just say when they're drinking, they're one way, when they're not, they're another way.
Yeah.
There are people that are not drinking and just are like that because that's unfortunately maybe even their nature of something that was there for a long time.
Well, also, in our culture today, they've normalized insanity. Like somebody walks by with a red baseball cap on, and people start yelling and screaming. Like that's not normal behavior.
What do you mean by normalize insanity?
People. That's why I don't watch the news. They're protesting about it, and people getting above and beyond. And screaming. I've watched posts.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of those people are possessed.
It's almost too real to
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you said a lot of interesting things here. I'm going to come back to it right now.
Sure.
So welcome back, everyone. I'm sitting next to a shaman, and it is so cool. You've been on the show for years, and you have helped many people. There are people out there that, not just we're talking today about, demons that people, are dealing with maybe, but all sorts of other things they come to you for. I want you to talk about that.
Okay.
more quickly.
A few years ago, this woman came, and she and her best friend were in a horrific car accident. Comas, the whole 9 yards. When she woke up, so she sits down and she starts telling me her story. And she was very calm. The more she talked, the more agitated she got. She's telling her story, and she kept saying, after the coma, I feel like a different person. I can't remember before. Am I crazy? And she kept saying, am I crazy? And I put my hand underneath. I said, no, sweetheart, you're not crazy. This is what's going on. There are situations that at the moment of death, the soul that is in that body did what it came here to do, and it leaves. And another one comes in immediately and takes its place. They're called walk-ins. A woman named Ruth Montgomery wrote a book about it years ago. And you are a walk-in. Because, part of you from before is still here, but you are a different person, and you have a mission now.
So here she's thinking that she's nuts.
Right, she's crazy,
Right.
and she's not crazy. And look of relief was palatable. No, sweetheart, you're not crazy. This is what's going on.
And that's what's really cool. You said before, we went on a break, you talked about people who are suffering in silence.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people, and I will say this too. I mean, it's not just you who we're talking to out there, it's also people who you know,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
That's so important. And if you know anybody that is, and we all know someone who is dealing with things that are just horrific.
And after COVID, that year of being alone, there is so much undiagnosed depression and anxiety just from that event, that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, people are much more open
Mhm.
than ever. But you also said that people out there, listen up. You need to take what you said, responsibility to for your own health.
Oh, absolutely. These days, you really need to take responsibility, and there's something called the internet, and you can do your own research and due diligence, and find your own answers. And sometimes you find an answer that resonates with you that might disagree with what your doctor says. And I'm a firm believer in listening to your gut. If your gut says it's wrong, it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listen to your gut and get second opinions, get third opinions.
And here's the thing though, have you do consultations?
Yes.
All over the phone, always you meet with people, and you also give them the time. I love that about you too, is that you don't just say, okay, I got 15 minutes that you're gonna be able to talk to me, and then we'll just see what we can do, how we can help you. And then write some script out, right?
Oh no, everyone, it's different for everybody.
Right, but you allow them to get that out because you have to hear their story.
Yep.
Right?
And you know, I have the box of tissues right there, and you know, for many of these people, it's the first time they actually are getting it off their chest, are telling another living person the tragedy that they experienced in their life.
And somebody who, like you said, is listening, and not just listening, believing in what they're saying.
Certainly, absolutely.
Big thing. Now, I want to get your information out. It's whitewolfblackbear.com. Everything is on there. On your website. You've got it all spelled out as to what he does. Also, you can call him. His number is 602-400-9103. Now, before we used to say that you were located right here, you know, and so
I'm still up the street.
yes,
Up the street.
but you know what we want is for people to be able to go. You have to understand you're going to him, right? They
Yes.
go to you, and you're going to have this shamanic healing session.
Yes.
And how long are they normally?
Sessions take about an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's a
About
long
an hour
time.
and a half. We talk, and then we go do the healing ceremony itself. And I have a kind of a routine.
What do you do?
that I
I'd like
for-
to hear that.
But
routine.
also, I change it for depending on the needs of the person at that time.
Right, but you have to open up the the air.
The
a little
space.
bit,
I
the space.
start off with my bell here. I start off with this, and this clears the air, brings in nice calm energy. Then I smudge my patient, and I use my rattle. Walk around 3 times with the rattle, and the rattle. What that does is opens up the aura and gets the person ready to receive the healing energies and intentions of the ceremony.
Do you mind telling them about the singing bowl that I gave you?
Oh, this is called the Tibetan singing bowl. Now, normally they don't have the handle.
Right.
Okay. And so it was just sitting on my shelf. I was never using it. And I wanted to be able to direct the sound and direct the frequency. So I put a handle on it, and I can do that. And that's a whole different kind of calm. But I can,
Yeah, but it's cool.
yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
I love it.
You also put a, what is this crystal down here?
Oh, that is a smoky quartz.
Yeah. You know what? I've known you for a while, and when I saw it, I said, I gotta get that for Daniel.
You're so good
And
to
no-
me.
Yeah, but it's what's neat is that these are things that you use to help for people to open up,
Yes.
right? Release, I think,
Oh,
as
yeah,
well,
sure.
right? I love the tuning. I love what you do with that, because when you put that vibration, if you can imagine, folks, when you put that on your, like, let's say you want to put it just on your back,
Mhm.
right? What it does, how it resonates, and how it goes right through your
And
entire,
it vibrates your bones. And
Yeah,
I've yet to find a tool that relaxes the body so quickly and so thoroughly as a tuning fork.
absolutely. And then some of the other things that you have here, like your rattle,
Mhm.
what does that do? The
It-
rattle in the front.
Oh, when I use it at the beginning of the ceremony, and what it does is it opens up the aura.
Mhm.
And also the sound prepares my client for what's about to come. And when I burn the sage, it's the same thing. Like at the beginning of at church, when the priest burns the frankincense,
Mhm.
the parishioners know what's coming. He's going to be talking about the Word of God. My patients and clients know that they're going to be getting some healing when they smell that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something. It's a wonderful thing that you do for people. And please, anyone that's listening, please write this information down, whether it's for you or someone that you know, because this is a direction, people have to open up,
Yes,
right? You have to be willing to listen and to be accepting,
yes,
right? That's really important. On pretty much anything you do, you can't just go to a doctor, because doctors don't know everything.
no, they don't, they're human, and be open to, more options out there. And that's why I come in this show, because I want people to know they have options.
Right, and also to be able to combine the options.
Because something I tell people that come to me that are sick, I always ask first, what did your doctor say? And if they didn't go to their doctor, you have to go see your doctor.
Right.
You have to go see a licensed, degreed medical professional.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna know what it's not.
And then you're gonna come back anyway,
Yeah, oh, sure.
right?
But no, I insist on it. You have to go to your doctor.
Also, another thing you said is that people are normalizing insanity.
Well, there's crazy stuff going on out there.
Yeah.
People are behaving outside of the norm, and in crazy ways, and it's being normalized. And I believe a lot of those people that are acting out like that are possessed.
And they may not think so,
No,
right?
they think they're right. Yeah.
And so I know someone like that. I used to
No,
be
we
near you. No, but really, on honesty, is that there are a lot of craziness going on right now, more than ever.
More than ever before.
And
Ever before.
It's crazy what you hear of what people are doing, and they cannot be normal in any way.
Putting tampon dispensers in the boys' room, give me a break.
Wow. But there was one thing in the news just the other day, and I have to mention this because this is what made me think of this.
Yeah.
Is that some guy was going into a mortuary,
Mhm.
and he was doing his thing with, corpses.
Oh,
And
God.
I'm sorry,
No.
that's not normal,
No.
right?
And you have to pay extra for that, right? No, it's not normal.
No,
Ugh.
it's not normal, and there's a lot of things that are happening, maybe you or someone that you know that are dealing with these demons, things that you're doing, things that you might, maybe you ought to question what's going on, and
Please
let's
call.
find out, exactly.
Just give me a call. I'm always open. I want to hear from you.
The number to call is 602-400-9103. You gotta check them out. It's whitewolfblackbear.com. What are your final words today?
Well, I always end with, please turn off the news. But Carol, these days things are getting pretty intense, and my advice is, if you're not connected to God yet, find whatever it is you call God, Spirit, the universe, Jesus, and connect with that, and get grounded in that truth and the light.
Give him a call. He can help. His phone number is 602-400-9103. It is whitewolfblackbear.com.